Hey, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, it's never too late to sign on to greatness. All the magic is in the red button. So go on and subscribe now and also click the notification icon. Let's dig right into episode 2 of 100 Study Abroad tips you won't be told by anyone else. Tip number 11. Make friends with other nationalities. Congolese, Ukrainian, Asian, and what have you. The good news with schooling abroad is the variety of nationalities you get to meet and interact with. So take advantage of this to connect with some new friends and widen your cultural perspective. Life really is bigger than just your own perspective. Tip number 12. Update your LinkedIn profile. So here's something most students abroad don't take seriously. Your LinkedIn profile is one of the most powerful avenues to sell yourself professionally. So if you've gone abroad to study, don't forget to update that information on your LinkedIn profile to better position you as a strong candidate for future opportunities. Tip number 13. Always look out for notices and instructions. Now, there are notices and instructions everywhere. Right from the airport to your school, I bet you can cite a ton of instructions at numerous spots. If you want to excel studying abroad, be mindful of all instructions you come across, no matter where you find yourself. Being able to critically take note of instructions will go a long way to nurture you into someone who pays attention to detail. Tip number 14. Respect your school's religious affiliation if it has one. So what if you find yourself in a school with a particular religious affiliation? You either embrace or simply respect their beliefs. First of all, you should have done a thorough research of your school, which includes its religious affiliation. Take a moment to find out what you'll be comfortable with before enrolling at a school. Tip number 15. Know your school officials. Oh, I can't emphasize this enough. You have applied to a school, you've been accepted, and have traveled abroad for school, but you keep mixing up names of your school officials. That is so not cool. Do yourself a favor and get familiar with the names and titles so you can use them appropriately in emails and during interactions. Tip number 16. Know what you want to major or specialize in. Now, if your course requires you to select a major or to specialize, be sure you have thought through what you really want to do after analyzing not just your strengths and weaknesses, but also the opportunities you stand to have from that major. Your course advisor is always available to guide you, but you have to know exactly what you want. Tip number 17. Don't force an accent. Now, this can sometimes get really embarrassing, but you know what? It's as simple as being yourself and not trying to be who you're not. Forcing an accent only makes people feel like you lack confidence and aren't comfortable in your own skin and in who you are and where you come from. Keep things original and be yourself. Someone out there will admire you for that. Tip number 18. Work on your confidence level. So it takes a really bold heart to consider studying abroad with colleagues who aren't from the same place like you. It could sometimes feel a bit intimidating, like how it was for me when I first arrived on campus. The hard truth though is that things aren't going to change to accommodate your insecurities. Rather, it's a chance to work on your confidence level and stand up to others who may already have their confidence levels way high up. Tip number 19. Speak to people you know who are in other schools abroad. So let's face it, whatever experience you're likely to have studying abroad, high chances are someone has already been there and done that. Get in touch with that person and pick up some useful tips from them. You will never know when any of those tips may become really useful. Also, feel free to ask questions on any experience you may be going through, which they may already be familiar with. And on to the last tip for this episode. Tip number 20. Listen to every advice, but don't take every advice. As straightforward as it sounds. Now, when you settle into a new country, everyone will have some sort of advice to give you on a variety of topics. Sometimes you may actually feel drowned in so many people telling you what they think is the best approach to an issue. Well, it's really up to you which advice you take. If you're taking someone's advice, make sure you're checking it against all the true facts. Thank you for listening. Catch me on my next episodes. I am your number one success motivator.